What's good, G-Life? This is your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like and are subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely free. It don't cost a damn thing. You help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate you. Go ahead and do that. Now, don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. What I wanted to get into was, like the title says, is being in a gang the same as being in the military? Now, this is a topic that I actually get a lot of criticism for, right? A lot of backlash. A lot of people dislike when I make these comparisons, right? And I understand. Look, first of all, one thing that people always misunderstand when I make these arguments is that I'm not looking to defend one or the other, right? And I'm not looking to criticize or to say that I have a problem with the military or anything like that, right? I understand why individuals make the choices that they make and do what they do, right? In both lives, right? I don't criticize, people for the choices they make. I understand, right? I have to walk in them shoes in order to be able to understand their overall thought process, right? In order to be able to judge them. How am I going to judge something I don't even know, right? So, whenever it comes to like the military comparisons that I do, right? One thing I was always told is like, what would you rather your kid, be in a gang or your kid be in the military? Neither. Just like I tell my kid, it's not okay for people to kill each other for streets that don't belong to them. It's not okay for people to kill over lands that don't belong to them. Right? Because when it comes to overall countries, no magical being came from the sky and gave these lands to these individuals. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. These individuals came, conquered, slaughtered the people that were here, took the lands by force with military force, right? And then drew lines, said from here to here is our land, from there and there's your territory. So from here and here this is our territory. We came and we took it by force with my army, essentially with my homeboys, right? And if anybody has a problem, you have to come and answer to me and my homeboys. And this is what we claim. These are our colors, and this is what we represent now. And if anybody tries to come and invade or try to, come into our territory, we're going to handle business. And we're going to have issues. And we're going to let no one disrespect our colors, our flag, our what we represent. And we're going to stand and hold it down 10 toes. Just like gangs. You get what I'm saying? Because no magical being came from the sky and said, these lands belong to you guys. They took it by force. They got some homies together. And now said, we're going to do this. And now if anybody has an issue, you could answer to me and the homies. And bam, bro. You get what I'm saying? I mean, when essentially when they're going to war, right? You're killing for lands that don't belong to you. For resources, right? Oil, whatever the resources may be, right? So money, essentially, right? That's the goal, money. You're killing over money. So money's not a good reason. So killing people, being in the military and killing people over resources, over financial gain, over money is not a commendable reason. Is not something that should be looked up to and stuff like that. You have individuals who don't know each other, have never met each other a day in their life. They don't know who they are. You know what I mean? And they all have families and loved ones at home that care about them and love them. And they're shooting and killing each other, bro. They never seen each other a day in their life, but they have to kill each other. Right? And they're having these battles in these, I think that people forget, they must think that war is fought like in these empty open fields when it's not. War is fought in towns, in villages, in cities of these areas. So innocent people are dying by the dozens, hundreds, thousands. Like the bomb that we dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? And that was all kinds of people right there. No one had an issue. They give these people holidays. They tell them that they're heroes, and they give them holidays. You had women, children, elderly, everybody in between, even pets and all that, died, bro, when they dropped that bomb, bro. Thousands of innocent children, pregnant women, elderly, all that died, bro. And when they do all these bomb drops and all that, bro, all these people are dying. Go and look up what they did in the Vietnam War, in the Korean Wars, any military battle that has ever existed in humanity, right? By any country. You will see that they have done the most heinous and gruesomest shit, bro, to these people. People forget their history. That is when you see what man is truly capable of. And we're talking about the most heinous, despicable shit has been done in these times of war by these countries to civilians who had no say so in the bombing of Pearl Harbor or any of these attacks anywhere. Right? They had no say so. They could have been against the government and taking those actions, and yet they still lost their lives. And nobody sees a problem with it. It's a casualty of war. It's a necessity. Now it becomes a necessity. I thought that nobody had the right to kill nobody. I thought that nobody had the right to take another person's life. I thought that is what's always preached. That you don't have the right to take another human being's life. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who gave you that ability, that you could take another person's life? Nobody, right? So nobody has the right to do that. Yet in times of war, people seem that it's okay that all of a sudden they throw their morals down the drain, or all of a sudden that it becomes okay because it's for the greater good. The greater good of what? Money? Because that's what it's always all about. You know what I mean? Because like I said, these borders are magical, bro. They don't exist. They're not real. You know that we're the only creature that has to pay to live in this planet? All the other creatures get to live on this planet fine and dandy. Eat and live off what the planet provides us. Right? But the greedy obviously got greedy, right? And all of a sudden started charging people and wanted to book everything the way it is. But why is this thing more yours than it is anybody else's? Nobody came down and gave you that. But they took it by force. And borders change all the time. Countries change all the time. You see it happen, throughout history. Already showing you that these borders don't really exist. These lines are just magically there. But they conquer, they take over, they invade, they attack, and nobody sees a problem with it. And these people go and do it just because that's their job and they're taking orders, right? Just like homies. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? And they don't mind picking up a gun and killing someone they never met a day in their fucking lives. They never met this person, but they don't mind taking his life. That person probably had kids, family, loved ones, but they don't care. They don't mind taking that person's life. It's effortlessly. They even count how many deaths they have and treat it like a badge of honor. Oh, I sniped like 19, or I sniped 30. It's like, damn. And they actually get medals for that. How many lives they took. For how many lives they took, they get rewards. And they floss it off. Look, this is right here. I sniped like 34 people. You took 34 innocent lives. Why are you bragging about it like if that's a good thing? Like if that's something to be proud of? You took a person's life when you don't have the right. Like it says in the Bible, like everybody always preaches this shit about peace. So how's it commendable? How's it honorable? Who gave them that right? Why do they have that right? Nobody has a right to lose their life or take another person's life for shit that doesn't belong to them, because it truly doesn't. You know what I mean? The countries are not doing these countries, ISIS and all these other groups, gangs, they do no differently than what these countries have done throughout history and continue to do so. They do no differently because nobody came and gave these people that land. It doesn't make it okay because now the governments are established and now shit is set that people will feel like they have the right to do that. Oh, so it's okay to now kill people and stuff like that because it's written in law? Well, these gang members have a code too that they say that is their code, their code they live by. So what's the difference? Innocent people are getting killed? Or just because you haven't experienced that, all of a sudden it makes it okay, right? Just because it's not happening here in America, right? Like, because you haven't experienced it here, the battles haven't came here, that makes it okay, right? Because they're happening in other places that it's so easy to, it's so easy to rationalize with it, right? It's so easy to now justify these individuals' actions. I guarantee you the battles were happening here, and then once the war comes here, I guarantee you people will have a different, outlook on shit. This is the reason why all these different countries hate America. Because these soldiers be having battles in villages like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. People are getting hit by stray bullets. And people right here commend it and approve it and see nothing wrong with it. And as a matter of fact, they call them war heroes for taking the life of an innocent person. That is ridiculous. That's the reason why I rather not my kid. I don't want my kid killing for streets that don't belong to him, and I don't want him killing for lands that don't belong to him. Because nobody has the right to take another person's life. And as a matter of fact, people shouldn't be fighting over shit that doesn't belong to them in general, period. That goes whether it's street related or if it's politically motivated. Because at the end of the day, it's all the same shit, bro. However you want to slice it. But I'm just saying, my thing is that, people view one bad and they want to bash one bad and they criticize one, all the time, but not the other when they're doing the exact same thing. Just saying, shut up, we up.